শেখ হাসিনা দ্বিতীয়বার ক্ষমতায় আসেন ২০০৯ সালে। তার প্রায় ৩.৫ বছর পর ২০১২ সালের জুন মাসে তিনি বিবিসির কাছে একটি সাক্ষাৎকার দেন। হার্ড টক নামের অনুষ্ঠানটিতে শেখ হাসিনা মুখোমুখি হন বিবিসির বিখ্যাত ঠোঁটকাটা সাংবাদিক স্টিফেন স্যাকারের সাথে। পুরো সাক্ষাৎকারটি এই ভিডিওর চেয়ে যথেষ্ট দীর্ঘ, সেটার লিঙ্ক দেওয়া থাকবে কমেন্টে। আমরা এই ইন্টারভিউর কঠিন কথাগুলোকে রাজনৈতিক দৃষ্টিভঙ্গি থেকে দেখব না, দেখব ইংরেজি ভাষা শিক্ষার দৃষ্টিভঙ্গি থেকে।
When she was in power, she tried to persecute you. Many charges brought against you. Now that you are in power, you are seeking to prosecute her on corruption charges. You're seeking to charge her sons. You're trying to extradite.
Extradite একটি গুরুত্বপূর্ণ শব্দ, এর অর্থটা একটু দেখে নেওয়া যেতে পারে।
One of her sons from abroad. You are chasing her in the way that she chased you.
Stephen Sackur hard talk কিন্তু শুরু হয়ে গেছে।
Again, I will say that it is your, misconcept, because we didn't file any case against her or her son. It was done by the caretaker government, not our government. Only law will take its own course.
কঠিন কিছু কথার উত্তর বেশ সহজভাবেই দিয়ে দিলেন তিনি।
Prime Minister, how come 22 people have disappeared this year alone, including the very significant labour and trade union activist Aminul Islam, who had been detained, he'd been tortured, and he ended up dead?
ঠোঁটকাটা স্যাকারের আরও একটি আক্রমণ।
It is not true. May I ask one question? How many people disappeared from London every year?
শেখ হাসিনার পাল্টা আক্রমণ in the form of a question. Interestingly, it sounds like a rhetorical question.
The public in your country wants to believe in the integrity of government, both in terms of respecting human rights, but also in terms of a fundamental integrity and honesty amongst public servants. We do not see that in your government.
এই জাদ্রিল সাংবাদিক যে কাজটা করছে এটাকে ইংরেজিতে কি বলে? রোস্টিং নাকি গ্রিলিং? Write in the comments.
Listen, long time in our country, military ruler ruled the country, military-backed government ruled the country, and the immediate past government, the BNP-led government, they rule this country, and they indulge in corruption.
Indulge আমার খুব পছন্দের একটা শব্দ। To indulge in something মানে হচ্ছে নিজের মনোবাসনা পূরণ করা বা নিজেকে আশকারা দেওয়া।
Prime Minister, why has the World Bank lost confidence in your government's ability to deliver on clean governance? Let's be clear about what we're talking about. The World Bank wanted to put more than $1 billion of funding into one of the most important infrastructure projects your country has seen for many, many years. That is the key Padma Bridge project. They withdrew the funding because they had alerted your government to corruption in the handing out of contracts. They wanted action. They were not satisfied with the actions that you have taken.
Suddenly, they raised the issue. Then I personally asked them, okay, and my finance minister, okay, you give the proof. They could place any substantial proof that there is corruption. They didn't. And the main point is, they haven't...
I'm sorry, are you denying that there has been corruption in the handing out of contracts for this Padma Bridge project?
Of course. Listen,
I'm puzzled because you're one of the key ministers who stands accused of involvement in this has just quit your government. Why is that then? If there was no wrongdoing, why has he done that?
Many people started accused him, so he resigned. He has done a brave thing. Had he been involved with this corruption, perhaps they would not have, resigned.
বেশ জটিল একটা ইংরেজি বাক্য ব্যবহার করলেন শেখ হাসিনা।
Your relationship with one of the most respected business leaders in your country, the Nobel laureate Mohammed Yunus, has also soured so badly. Why did you call him a bloodsucker of the poor?
You go to Bangladesh, you see in your eyes, then you will see. But I didn't mention his name. But how could you say that he did it? Did I mention his name? I didn't. But I said someone. But why it occurred in your mind?
Sorry, let's be clear about this. Are you now denying that you
No,
see
I'm not denying. I'm
Yunus
not
as a
denying
bloodsucker of the
anything.
poor?
No, I am putting
So
a
you do
question.
see it. You
No,
do see
I am
him.
putting a question to you.
কয়েকদিন আগেই একটা ভিডিও দিয়েছিলাম আমার এই চ্যানেলে আস্কিং এ কোয়েশ্চেন পুটিং এ কোয়েশ্চেন এই বিষয়ের উপর। ওই ভিডিওতে আমি বলেছিলাম যে আস্কিং এ কোয়েশ্চেন টু সামওয়ান এইভাবে আসলে বলা যায় না, কিন্তু শেখ হাসিনা এখানে যেভাবে বলেছেন পুটিং এ কোয়েশ্চেন টু ইউ বা পুটিং এ কোয়েশ্চেন টু সামওয়ান, এটা ঠিক আছে, এইভাবে বলা যায়।
That why it occurred in your mind that it is he. Why?
No, I
That
think
is-
you're
that is my
misunderstanding me.
point.
I've been reading the Bangladeshi press. Everybody, it seems, in the Bangladeshi media
How many people-
believes that you referred directly to Mr. Yunus when you used this phrase, a bloodsucker of the poor. If you want to retract it, or if you want to tell me that you didn't mean him, then that's fine. Did you mean him or not?
Listen, I'm telling you one thing. Taking interest, 40%, 45%, or 30% interest from these poor people, is it fair? It is not. How can these poor people can stand by themselves? If you lend money and you are taking 35 to 45% interest.
So the entire model built by Grameen Bank and Mohammed Yunus, which has been celebrated around the world as a way of lifting poor people out of poverty, you're saying you
Now,
do
how-
not accept it, you do
look,
not want it.
I want that there should be an inquiry that how many people come out from poverty.